Good morning. What's up, Alan? What's up, Shadow? KT, Michael, Christian, Gary. What's up, Whiplash? What's up, Jorge? What's up, Bro? Carnage, Candace, Sheriff, Nerdy, Mel, JB. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And yes, like Mel said, drop a like on the stream if you are tuning in. Helps out the channel a ton. Don't forget those thumbs up. Morning, Randy. Morning, Dom. Scene Take. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, Miguel? Morning, Rambo. Mark, John, Michael. Trader Market, or Trader Maker, sorry. Good morning. Good morning, Dynamics. Good morning, Benny. Remember to drop a like on the stream. Glad to have you all here. Likes are free. All right, so let's talk bigger time frame, and then we'll talk smaller time frame on SPY. Morning, Caleb. All right, so today we are going to be starting a little bit higher. We're almost at 394, so we're going to be starting a hair, the slightest hair over the gap fill level, 393.64. So that's going to be a very big key level, so just remember that. Bigger time frame, gap filled below. Watch for a buy relief move towards 395, 396s. So the fact that we've came down, filled the gap, and now we've pulled back up in pre-market, we could be seeing a bounce towards this resistance here that we've already been kind of troubling with, 395, 396 area, and maybe even the initial top of the gap. And then the farthest one we can watch out for is 399/400, because that's kind of the top of where we kind of stopped at over the last 2 days. The high of the 2 day ago, and then the open of yesterday is kind of where we have a lot of resistance at. So if we get a buy reaction, we have to look for halfway of this candle, and then the top of this area here. That's most likely what you're looking for if we get a bounce today, going into tomorrow as well. If we lose 393.60s, we have to assume we're going to try and retest previous day lows again. So I'll have that marked up as well in the smaller time frames. But from the bigger time frame, that is essentially what we're focused on. Good morning, Spicy, Divert, Foul. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, yo, and Divert, I'm going to try and get to your YouTube comments today. I don't know why, but YouTube's like been hiding some of my members' comments, and I thought I was like caught up on all of them. But then I started looking through, and I was like, man, I'm missing a lot of comments here. Like answering them, so I'll get to those after the stream today, since we're not doing a full day stream, so I'll get to that soon. But you go down to the smaller time frame, make sure you have that previous day low marked. At 392, so that's a pretty bad level for bulls. If we lose that, bears are completely taking over. We might see 390 flat. So I have to pay attention to that. So that's a pretty easy level there. To the upside, it gets a little bit more rough because you've already pulled up so much. But I would be looking for bounces as long as you hold your pre-market low, which your pre-market low is way down here. So pretty much between the previous day low and the pre-market low, I would be looking for bounces. If we lose this, we are going to fade more. So that's essentially what I would look out for. You can also look for open range moves above the pre-market high. Which I know this is going to kind of piss off some people because we already have so many levels here. But the pre-market high is the next closest level for a breakout. Then you have the level at 396.40 where we kind of sat on, pushed lower from. 397.30s from the bigger time frame, which we kind of sat on before the entire Fed meeting and Powell and Yellen, of course, who brought us down even more. 398.40. To the downside, we have pretty clear levels too. So that's kind of our game plan. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, I guess, if you don't understand it. But give me a thumbs up or a yeah if you do understand it. And be sure to thumbs up the stream as well. There's almost 80 people in here, so be sure to drop a like on the stream. It definitely helps out a ton. Show your appreciation. 395.50s towards 396.40s slash 397 25 slash 298.40. Below 392s, target 390.50. 390 of course, and then 388.50. Alright, so that'll be our game plan. Let me send this out to everybody. I just want to send everybody the SPY TA today. I don't really make a huge list. If people want to join in and catch more TA on streams, they can join here. Bigger time frame gap fill below. A screenshot. All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. No big deal, but thanks either way. I'll get to it, man. I really will. It kind of pissed me off. I didn't even see those, to be honest with you, because I've been like in an OCD way, been going through my comments every day to like make sure I answer as everybody as soon as I possibly can. Like I want people to come to my YouTube channel and be like, "Oh my God, this is the guy that answers," you know. So that's kind of what I was going for. And then I looked in my like. It like has a log of all your YouTube comments, and it was like, you haven't replied to this many, and it was like, what the hell? Where do these come from? But I'll get on that though. All right, Divert gets it, Trader gets it, Candace gets it, Michael gets it, Mel put a rooster. I guess he gets it. That's a pretty HD looking rooster for YouTube feed. Good morning, Boo Rock. How you doing, man? Alright, but let's go through some of these weights. Let's see what looks good today so far. Which Apple has a pretty tight range between their pre-market range. Microsoft is up and is also kind of just consolidating, which that's good. I like seeing just pre-markets that are just slightly up or slightly down and then go sideways for the most of the part. Because that can actually make for a very good compressed move. AMD has supply of previous day high right there. They got some demand right here. Previous day closes right here. So you got a couple areas of demand here. Nvidia. They got a lot of levels right here. They got their previous day open here, previous day close right here, and a bigger time frame level right there. Probably be looking at Nvidia a little bit today too. And I'll make sure I try to talk about ideas of different breakouts you can look for. And this is kind of what I do every day. I'll go through all of these and just kind of point out what looks good for upside, what looks good for downside. I don't really sit here and say what I think something's going to do. Apple looks really good if they can break 160s. I know they had a problem with that a couple days ago. But if they can get back up to that, I would target every 50 cents and every dollar mark after the 160 breakout. To the downside, I'd probably just wait to see if 159 breaks or not. They have about $1 range here. And see if they can make it to fill that pre-market gap or go down to previous day close. Microsoft is kind of the same story. AMD, you can look for seller moves or hammers into this for pullbacks, or you can just wait for it to push over this and sit on top. But either way, they need to get past previous day high or get past this area here. If not, then they're just going to range trade in between here all day. That's kind of the same story for Nvidia. They can make a short-term move under 269s. They can make a short-term move over 272.65 and into a previous day supply. If they did make the move under pre-market or the meet here, they could make it down to previous day open, previous day close, and a bigger time frame level. So there's a couple things Nvidia can do. I like AMD, Nvidia, Microsoft, and Apple so far because they're all in a spot where both a bull or a bear could actually take a really clean position on it. So I'm liking the positioning of a lot of these weights so far. Tesla's pretty clean. Meta's alright. Little pre-market high reaction. Then we got our banks, which the banks seem to be just slightly up. Energy, slightly up. It just looks like SPY. Everything looks like SPY right now. So it must mean a lot of the sectors are moving in comparison to each other, except China. Of course, you can see Baba's gapped up. We talked about them moving rapidly. Boeing's up, Square's down. The Hindenburg report completely putting them through the hole. Which it's funny because somebody in chat actually posted DukeBot actually posted square puts, so I can't even imagine what percentage those are going to be up today. That is insane. Coin is finally coming down a little bit. You guys remember seeing them rip forever? They had a pretty good bearish reaction. And here's a pretty good candlestick question, guys. So we have our kind of highs right here where price kind of rejected off of, and then we get a bearish pattern. What is this bearish pattern? Somebody label this to me. It opened higher and it finished past most of this candle, but it didn't completely engulf it. So what would that make it? What would this candlestick pattern be, everybody? Let's see who remembers their candlestick patterns from all the different sessions we've gone over it. Morning all, great to be back. Had to drop in yesterday to hit that like button at the least. Let's get it, team. Thank you, E. I appreciate you, man. Yep, we can look at coin. We're looking at it right now. We're going to go over it. Dark cloud cover, yes. If you said piercing line, it is okay. Good job, guys. That is exactly a dark cloud cover. Great job. It is a dark cloud cover because it starts over the previous day and finishes past the halfway point. You can also see the result of it. We're down $15 just about on coin today. They're going to be starting at about, what is that, 62? Let's just say 63. So they'll be starting about right here, 62.70 area. So that's a very, very big drop. They've already broken the 9. They've already broken the next area of support, and they're kind of chilling right here now. So I would be watching these 2 days lows and that level. You see that's where they sold off to today. So I'd be looking to see, can they hold 63 or do they want to go down to 60 flat? And this is the exact conversation of what I talked about the other day. But a lot of the time you get bigger rallies or bigger sell-offs, a lot of the time they're going for a psychological hold number. So we'll have to see if they can hold this or do they just want to go and, in fact, test 60 real quick. So we'll see. But I honestly would probably stay away from coin today. To think that they could recover all of this in one day is very rare. Let's see what the pre-market high. This is the pre-market high. The pre-market high is at 70.75, and they're at 62.25 right now. For them to get a buyer move to their pre-market high would be very rare. We'll see, though. Hey, good job, Jay Blonde. Got in those 73 puts with Duke before close yesterday. Good job. You're going to definitely be paying out. Don't be greedy. Don't just sit in those positions and thinking, I'll just hold it all day. You've already seen a gap down from 73s all the way through 58. So don't be greedy. Great job, though, Jay Blonde. Very, very nice. And yeah, coin's still dropping pre-market. Not even really finding its grounding yet. I would pay attention to tech. I would pay attention to financials today. Because, again, guys, financials are kind of the main reason we were driving down for a little bit. So I would genuinely pay attention to see, are they going to continue bringing weakness into the market? Or we're going to see them slow down and consolidate today? Or even rally? We'll see in a little bit. But that will help out SPY. Why do I say that, guys? Because financials are the third largest weight in SPY. They make up over 10% of SPY. Fourth largest weight. Sorry, I'm very bad at numbers today. But you can see it's a very, very aggressive and very, very important sector to pay attention to. It's also been kind of the drawdown lately. So if that has any strength today, that can definitely help out. We've seen tech try to react and build up the strength that the market needs to hold up. We've seen healthcare add rapid moves left and right. We've seen discretionary help out and hurt tech. You know, we've seen them all kind of trade differently. The other day, we saw weights of tech, healthcare, discretionary, comms, financials. We saw weights in all of these kind of fight against each other. Sick as F today, but stopped in to drop a like on the sheep. Hope everyone has a good day. Hope you feel better, Purple Mango. Everybody wish Purple Mango to feel better. No problem, Trader. Glad to have you in here, man. Morning, Natalie. Good morning, Terry. Like a reverse piercing line. Yeah, if you said piercing line, I still see you as a correct answer. Just because, yes, you are wrong on the direction, but I know that you know what you're looking for, so it's still a good answer. If you said piercing line. Good morning, Teresa. Breaking levels did great on a weekday yesterday. Good morning. What's up, man? I also had a pretty good day yesterday, too. Today was just a good day overall. I mean, yesterday was just a good day overall. There was pretty clean price action, even before and after the different pieces of news coming out. Yesterday in stream, we went from when we had this massive move that finally broke this like consolidation. We went from this massive move to where we sold off to, and we waited till it went up to the halfway point to start shorting it again. So that was just something you can do too, which again, that took 30 minutes of having to wait after the market's already been trading for hours. But sometimes you have to be patient for your opportunity. Morning, Sherman. Morning, Will. Morning, King. Be sure to drop a thumbs up on the stream. Like the stream. It definitely helps out a ton. Everybody in premium just talking about Square. Sorry, guys. I had to do my occasional check to see if there's how many fake Buellers in chat today. Morning, Chuck. Morning, Charlie. What's up, Sandollar? Glad to have you back in here, man. Good morning, Jazz. By the way, Trader Maker is EMC Trades. Wish you a blessed day. Peace and God bless. Same to you, boss. Good morning, Kem. And remember that slow start of a day we had? I think I was like here, and we were at like it was like 2 or 3 hours in, and we were only 25% of the average volume. We actually ended up being a slightly hair above average volume yesterday by the end of the day. By the end of this sell-off, we had passed over 100 million volume for the day. Which at the time, 100 million flat was the average volume. So we actually went a hair over that, which was crazy. Because I remember a lot of us were like, damn, this volume's low. Everybody's just waiting. So you could see, you know, everybody really was waiting. As soon as all the news came out, as soon as all the volatility started to unleash, that was when you got to see that movement. So that was pretty cool. You got to see that volume come in. Yeah, 50 million in less than 2 hours. That was wild. You were paying attention. You were there. What's up, Wilson? What's up, Anna J? How y'all doing? Kind of hyped for today. I think today's going to be a really, really good day. And I will be joining the Discord again. So if you are just wanting to tune in for just the audio, or you're at work or something, and you can't watch the stream, and you are in the Discord, I will be in the Discord open voice chat, so you can hear me. There won't be a screen shared, because it's kind of hard for me to share both screens without it lagging for one or the other. So unless someone else shares their screen in Discord, there won't be one. But the audio will be there. How is the music volume, by the way? Someone please help me with that. Please don't say what music. It's in between songs right now. Here, I'll skip it forward. Alright, and then I think after like an hour, I'll probably just switch to that dubstep playlist. Does that sound good? Just to kind of keep things fresh. Because this is the same playlist we've been listening to every day. What's Hindenburg? They're basically the devil. If I share mind, we might get shut down. I keep it to me. What do you mean? Yeah, it's a short seller report. Satan. I got it right. Have a great day, guys. I'll be on Discord, display number 1, patient number 2, but love always on top. See y'all later. Facts. Good morning, Leo. Oh. You're saying we might get shot. I see. Maybe down the road, man. You never know. Trust goes a long way. Just give it some time. Hello, Alif. Or didn't you have a spread open, Alif? Maybe that was someone else. I could have swore that was you, though. Oh, nice. I was just curious how that was going, if you were still in it or something. And guys, right now, if you're in here, drop a like on the stream, pat yourself on the back. You have gone through pre-market prep. You've been here for a little bit, and there's almost 150 of you. That's insane. Again, I always find it kind of impressive how many of you guys actually wake up in the morning, or regardless of your time zone, but get up in the morning, be here, and actually engage a little bit. You know, kind of take something away from it, or learn, or whatever you're taking away from it. But it's crazy to me that like almost 150 people can be in here in the morning before open. That is so much dedication. And that's like an everyday number we hit right before open too. So that means there's probably about the same 140, 150 people every single morning getting up, getting in here on time. So seriously, pat yourself on the back if you're in here right now. That is not easy. I don't think enough traders ever give other people credit for getting up. I mean, it's a pain in the ass. Get up every single day, follow the same routine. Get in here. It's a lot, you know? So I'm just really proud of you guys. I just wanted to give you all a little bit of a shout out. So I think it's amazing a lot of you guys get up. It's not easy. Don't ever let anybody tell you it is. Of course y'all flip it onto me. Make it worthwhile, Josh. Thank you. Thank you, RW. Yeah, Hindenburg is kind of famous. If you don't know who Hindenburg is, you've probably not been paying attention for a while. Because Hindenburg has been doing this for years. They've been doing it to... They do it to mostly companies that most of us would find as a scam. But they have done it to some major companies that feels a little sketch. And then it comes back and bites Hindenburg in the ass. But for the most part, Hindenburg is a really good short seller report. They are kind of recognized as the authentic short sellers. Even though they short sell the exact same thing, they're short sell reporting. So it kind of makes you think like opposite as well. But Hindenburg is very, very big. So seeing them target your company is not good. They target all kinds of companies, though. It's pretty crazy. They target a lot of over-the-counter stocks, too. If there's like a stock that you're aware of that's trying to go to the NASDAQ or or seems like a company that's too good to be true, they'll definitely sort it out. I feel you need to have 30 minutes before the market open to actually prep. Facts. This community makes it easy. Glad I'm not on the West Coast. Facts. Shout out to you, B. We appreciate you, man. West Coast trading. Well, I'm glad you guys are enjoying the stream. It does blow my mind a little bit that many people joining here every day in the morning. Because like some days, like I don't really feel like, it's not the fact that I feel like getting up or not. It's just like, do you feel like thinking that much? Because getting up, you can't just get up and just be a zombie and trade and make money, you know, or make good, healthy decisions. Like this is not going to happen in any part of life, you know. So it's not going to happen in trading. So it's just, that's what impresses me really. So I'm really just glad to see I have a lot of strong-minded traders here. And I'll never once say, oh, I have a lot of strong traders under me. Like, y'all aren't under me. We're all on the same level here. I just think it's crazy how many of you guys are that much of a badass. So I really do appreciate each and every one of you. It means a lot. LOL, my excuses. I've already been at work 2 hours waiting for you to... Hey, don't say that. Just be like, yeah, man, I get up every day. At zombie trade, zombie companies in the morning. All right, hold on. Let me get into the voice chat. I am losing track of time. Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, yo.
Bueller stream is like caffeine, can't make it to the day without it. The stream has been a game changer for me, balancing my job with trading. Thank you, KT. I appreciate you being here.
Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's prepared for a nice little day.
And remember, guys, we do not have a full day stream today. We do have a full day stream tomorrow. Market is open. What do we do the first 10 minutes of every day? Good luck, trader maker. Good luck with that trade. I sold all of them at 398. Got lucky before the drop. I will wake up at any time for your stream. I appreciate you, Liv. Nothing, exactly. We hurry up and wait. We wait. Exactly. Sit on your hands. Great way of putting it. Screw the first 10 minutes is how you should be acting.
Jumping jacks.
Here's a really cool way of thinking about the first 10 minutes, too. And this is how I like to take away from it, just so it keeps me on edge. In the first 10 minutes of every day, regardless of it popping, dropping, sitting sideways, regardless of direction, regardless of movement and how far they go, just because there is a candle moving, does that mean we have to take a trade every single time we see a candle moving? No. What else can we do besides trading when we see candlesticks moving or giving us more to look at? What can we do with that? What can we do with any amount of... I don't want to say the word. What can we do with these candlesticks besides trading every single one of them? What is something else you can get out of this candlestick? Facts. Drink life water. Someone pen that. Jumping jacks. Data. Exactly. We get information. We get knowledge out of it. Exactly. Great answers. We get information out of this. So you shouldn't just see candlesticks or the movement of charts as, oh, I could trade this or I could not trade this. There's also getting information out of it. That is what the first 10 minutes, sometimes even the first 30 minutes are for. As you guys could see yesterday, if you would have waited all day, you would have had really good information that we were just kind of in a larger range. You would have had really, really good information on the fact that that was our range. Will we pop back up into today? That is the question. But great answer, everybody. Yep, new home sales 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you guys have access to the Discord or access to Bueller TA, I actually have a little bot that posts a little list every single day of what news is coming out economic-wise. The YouTube server has that exact same bot as well. All right, let's see what percentage all you guys are up on Square. I'm curious. Holy Lord.
It's
So
always fun.
They bought at 204. They just sold at 12.15. That's a
Jeez.
$1,000 gain on it. That's 500%.
That's fat. Congrats if anyone took that. And that's the awesome when preparation comes with luck. Yeah, you get that. And you get rewarded. And vice versa. If for some reason you were on the other side of that move, you can't really be too mad at yourself for that being a loser because you can't predict when a short report or some kind of catalyst is like that. That's almost what you could consider a black swan event for Square. We were talking about that yesterday. Yeah, Netflix flying NRD. Meta and Google not really doing the same. They're kind of rejecting.
Yeah, Noxta bought one at 132, sold at 1050. Dear Lord. I straight up went into TradeFlyer and said, anybody who doesn't sell it open is stupid. This move does not happen all the time. I straight up said that. Keanu, that you? Who are you talking about? Are you talking about KT?
You.
What's up, DX Mac? What's up, Budok, Allen, Linwood, Plebere, Sherman, and VKK in the Discord voice chat? How are y'all doing? How are you beautiful souls doing this fine evening, this fine morning?
Morning, everyone.
Yo, what's up, Sherman?
What up?
Bro, Sherman held it down yesterday.
Yeah, after he sabotaged my internet.
Sorry, had to do it.
He had to take
Had to make my way.
Yeah.
Tesla get a nice pop on the open. See if that's going to hold. A lot more than Amazon because Amazon's coming down. Apple and Microsoft kind of doing the opposite. So we're kind of getting that vibe from the other day where not everything's moving together. Netflix flying up, Google coming down. I don't like when stuff does that. JPM going up, Berk B coming down.
Definitely keep eyes on bank strength today. Tech and discretionary and comms are all doing very well at open, so we'll see if banks continue to hurt us or help us today.
Netflix flying today. They're about to hit 315.
Where's Sand Dollar at? Okay, I thought he was talking about you too, KT, but I think he was meaning me. You sound like Keanu Allgood, bro. It's going to take a lot of bullish effort to go real high after yesterday. Yeah. Definitely. You're going to need good volume, but they went up to 395.50s. They're kind of rejecting it right now. What I would pay attention to see is what percentage of that first 5-minute candle are they holding if it maintains a red candle. Damn, there were some people in chat. He called out coin as well. What the F?
Nice.
This guy made 714. Oh my god, bro. What the hell is wrong with these swings today? This doesn't happen every day, by the way, guys. But holy fuck. Hold on, I just gotta show this.
You know, you see this happen, you know, a handful of times a year. You know, back in the day, there's a couple times with Tesla where, you know, you seen people get crazy money. Beyond Meat, there was a couple times. It's always cool to see. It said preparation. Ooh, there's the Russian coffee.
Coin and Square, 137,204. 1,012. That just blows my mind.
And it's still going too. I got the square chart on my screen. It's crazy.
Got a minute 30 on our first 10-minute candle of the market. Netflix just smacked 315. Nvidia coming up towards 274. Meta trying to get its pre-market high now. Google not near as strong. Tesla making new high almost at 198. Amazon still having a hard time.
Is 4 your favorite number, Sandollar? I was actually going through donations the other day, and I saw almost every single one of your donations are the number 4. So I'm assuming 4 is your favorite number. I was fetching me coffee, drink yours. Coin under investigation by the SEC. I would hope so. Which, if you guys remember back to a few, I think it was a few months ago now, but do you guys remember when all of the crypto drama really started first coming out with FTX? That is when the SEC officially started investigating all cryptocurrencies, all brokerages, Binance, Coinbase, anybody you can think of has been getting investigated since that drama. Just because if someone like FTX can lose solvency like that or lose credibility, so can the other big dogs. So that's been a really big thing, and Coinbase CEO has been taking interviews every single day since that day. That dude's probably has taken hundreds of interviews since then, just to try and cover up. Oh, this isn't that bad. We're not as bad as FTX. This isn't hurting us too. What are you talking about? Blah blah blah. So there's definitely a lot more drama in the crypto world coming. He unloaded back. I'm not even surprised to hear that. I'm actually not surprised to hear that. That sounds on par.
Alright. After the first 10 minutes, nothing too exciting. Projecting that coming down a little bit. Midpoint 394.34 from pre-market high to pre-market low. See how close we get to that. 10-minute 9 at 394.60. Almost the same area.
Dynamics, you can join the Discord. Links in the bio. Go to the upgrade chat, type /upgrade, or just type upgrade. A bunch of stuff will come out. Or you can check out the fact channel. There's also a half off code if you check out the announcements channel and scroll up a little bit. You did not hear that from me, though. Is there honestly anyone left in cryptos? Do you mean like brokerages or like people? Because there are definitely people still in crypto. There's a lot of people in crypto. Netflix price action is insane, up $10 on the day. Yeah, Netflix is killing it. And honestly, they're making up for it yesterday a little bit too, because they were kind of the weak dog even before the meeting came out in the comm sector. So I am very happy to see them popping, because Meta actually had a pretty good move yesterday, and so did Google. So if anything, I would say Netflix is a laggard today and is catching up to the move they didn't make yesterday. So you might see them slow down very, very soon. Brokerages? Okay, yeah. That I could agree with, because yeah, there's not many, if any. It's just like the foreign exchanges. There aren't a lot of foreign exchange brokerages that you can trade from in the United States because it's not allowed here. So you could be seeing the same thing turn for crypto too. Which, honestly, that's already kind of how it is most of the time right now anyway. A lot of the time when Americans, besides going through your usual apps, want to get into multitudes of currencies, crypto-wise, normally you had to get on Binance, make an account, do a VPN. Like, you had to do all this crazy stuff just to have an account.
The good old days.
So, yeah, Coinbase is probably the last one that we'll see.
Buyers defending 395 here. Trying to come back up towards that previous high.
All right, what percentage of that first candle did we hold, everybody?
Ooh, popping good here.
What did I say this morning? You just need to hold a good percentage of the previous candle, and you got a hold in that red candle. Giving buyers a potential chance of pushing 395.50s, which they are doing now. Can we reach this level here at 396.40, which is where we kind of sat on and then sold off more from? We shall see.
Apple coming up a little bit. Meta still moving. Tesla trying to get 198. Google finally got going. My Netflix is still holding up really well.
Good job, Wilson.
Nvidia back over pre-market high. See if it pops that previous intraday high. That'd be pretty nice.
Oh my god, someone in chat is a freaking
legend. We're all gonna be legends one day.
Bro, I'll just gonna show this on screen. Words can't even put what I'm seeing in front of my face. This man bought 3 coin at 137 and 2 square at 243.
Got paid.
This man basically just made 2K from Square. Oh my god, I can't even. I can't even fathom what I'm looking at. And he bought him last minute too. What a legend. The last minute of the market. Closed them the first minute of the market. A literal like 10-20 second trade. Dude, this guy never, yeah, exactly, VKK. He literally never has to worry about his membership. Oh my god. Good for him. Him and Rubio. Anybody who took those though in chat, good for y'all. Like, it's not even like a I wish that was me kind of thing. I'm just like so impressed. That's insane.
Yeah, and cash them out, buy some shares, buy a couple silver gold coins.
No. Sit cash. Most of y'all need to hold your money. I better not see anybody who made money from those swings today end up red today or tell me that they made a mistake. I don't even want to hear it. If you end up doing that, don't even message me. That is just nuts.
Serious account growth. Alright, trying to make a new high here on SPY. See what's helping us out.
Oh my lord.
Netflix making a new high over 315. Nvidia making a new high.
Again, I would like to repeat that does not happen all the time. Like, he wins trades, loses trades, but winning trades to that extent does not happen all the time. That's a very rare thing to see. So I'm very happy to see that happening to some different members in chat. I know a lot of them have been stressing or working super hard, so hopefully that helps them out. Staying cash for now. I don't blame you, VKK. Speaking of people with fat gains, VKK had a fat gain the other day. All he did was use a trail stop. What a legend. Banking with Netflix. Good job, Pamela. I missed out on the Duke calls yesterday thanks to my badminton game. Didn't get a break to pop in long enough to open only to sell my puts. Hey, man, totally fine. You've had days where you've had gains just like that too, so whatever. You missed one. You know there's so much more opportunity in front of you too, so I know you're not tripping about it. I'm really just happy for the people who were in those plays, because that's just nuts. For that much of a drop to happen from a Hindenburg report after Powell in the Fed meeting, that's what's crazy. Broke 395.50, seeing if we can hold over. We do have 2 wicks in a row here in the 5-minute.
Amazon's coming down. Tesla's rejecting a little bit. Microsoft and Apple have not got going.
This came out 11 seconds ago. The SEC threatens to sue Coinbase over some crypto products. Now they're just going to start pouring out any kind of bad news they can. Indecisive candle here forming on the 5-minute after the break above 395.50s. This might be your retest. This might be your short-term retest if they continue to hold over 395.50s.
We got less than 30 seconds on the next 10-minute candle on the market. Back up. We'll need 10-minute candle.
Mel's aiming towards 397s, it looks like.
He's giving up the pop.
We'll go through some weights now while SPY tries to defend through 95.50. We actually have Apple rejecting and looking like they want to move lower as they reject today's open. Microsoft already did move lower, and that's the lower part of their pre-market. 275 is just about. AMD still rejecting 100.42 and previous day supply. So is Nvidia. Amazon already broke lower. The question is, what is holding us up? We have Tesla doing well, Google holding well, Meta holding well, Netflix. So I would say partly discretionary and comms are what's currently holding us up at this exact second. Banks aren't hurting us. That's a good sign. Energy's not hurting us either. Healthcare's not hurting us. Coin actually looks like it wants to pop from the area we drew. 66s would be a good double confirmation. Yeah, honestly, if you see all these tech tickers that I just saw rejecting or slowing down, if you see those hold support and start to work up, you might see SPY break 1% and more. I wanted to retest, but too many breaking lower, so that was small green in this environment. I will not hold calls long. Sell-offs are too brutal. Facts. We have a bet between our friends on SPY. He claimed back in January that it's going to go to 350, and I was like, no way. Deadline is 415. He wins if close, at least once below 350. If I win, if don't. Oh, I don't think we're going to close below 350 before April 15th. That's like 2 weeks from now. A little over 2 weeks from now. That's 3 weeks.
That's some bad news. A couple big banks go under out of nowhere.
Yeah, there's just no effing way. We already got the majority of the news yesterday, and all we've learned so far is that there are not going to be any reverse cuts this year. There may be a pause, but there is not going to be any reverse cuts this year. And there is not any more outlook than May. They don't have any further outlook than the next meeting, which is in 5.5 weeks. There is no longer term outlook from anybody. Anybody who tells you that they know where the market's going in a year is lying to your ass. I don't care if they work for the Fed or not. Nobody has an outlook for 6+ months from now. The only thing we learned yesterday is that we're not getting reverse cuts this year. That is the only thing we learned. The Fed are being very, very, very protective and slow on this gauging of inflation and how to handle it while also dealing with this newly bank crisis that's popping up. So they really are handling a lot right now. Yep, tell my friend, get the blue label out. Heck no, 350. Can I get on that bet? Yeah, can I get on that bet? Can I get a synthetic bet outside of your bet?
You gotta come let us all know before you got friends making bets like this. We can all throw in next time. Alright, Microsoft coming off the bottom finally. That looks nice. Meta holding pre-market highs. Just like Google trying as well. Netflix still holding up at 316. Halfway through this 5-10 minute candle almost, and then we just got an indecision candle so far. Trying to turn back green.
Right now in chat, all I'm typing is weak hold over 395.50 so far, but we are still holding.
Netflix just got it going again, blasting 318. Okay.
I think SPY's about to blast here in a few minutes if we don't get our decision soon.
Apple's starting to come up with Microsoft. Tesla's still holding up, see if we can get over 198.
Try to get the stream to 150 likes today, guys. We do have the full day stream tomorrow, and we had one yesterday as well. 2 full streams this week. Looks like Baba left a good-sized gap and showing some weakness towards PML. Good look, TJS.
Microsoft coming up closer towards that pre-market high. Bringing Apple up with it. Google working towards its previous intraday high.
This song seems to always come on with a new high of day attempt. It's because we must be dreaming.
Coming back closer towards that pre-market high for a retest. Ten minutes still looks good. Microsoft creeping up a little bit more.
What's up, Craig? How you doing, man? What's up, Wag? How you doing? Speaking of Wag, you know who I miss? Where's Money Lease at?
Where is Money Lease
I hope
at?
Money Lease is okay. I said speaking of Wag because I feel like Wag and Money Lease are like always super active, so that's just who I thought of next.
Apple, Microsoft still creeping up with some decent volume coming in with a little bit minute 30 left on this 10-minute candle. So see if that comes to increasing volume. Microsoft's almost there. Meta's still coming up on pre-market high with Google. Netflix still trying to make high days. Nvidia's still trying to hold pre-market high. Berkey's creeping down towards pre-market yesterday low. We got a minute left on this next 10-minute candle / 30-minute candle on the market. Starting to push back green / having a nice little indecision here. Amazon's starting to creep up a little bit. XOM not doing too much. Apple almost at pre-market high now. See if it pops that. Netflix is just on something different today. 318 about to hit.
Watch Apple 160s. Watch Microsoft 278s. AMD in previous day high supply. Nvidia just under it. Amazon's still looking ugly as they are trying to retake 100. While Tesla's trying to defend 196.50s after rejecting 199. Google, Meta, Netflix actually doing pretty good today as a whole. Banks aren't too bad. Energy slowing down now, but aren't doing bad. Some healthcare weak, some healthcare holding, which we saw that correlation yesterday as well.
Pushing this new high on the new 30-minute candle.
Coin 66 is still a key level above if you are looking at coin. Like I said, guys, that might be your short-term retest, and they seem to be moving a little bit higher off of it, but not with much strength. You need to see a pass of 396.40s for the next bigger move to happen.
Apple's trying to get over that pre-market high. Tesla's coming up to his previous intraday high. Netflix still making new highs, about to hit 320. They hit their Wheaties today, boy. I'll tell you what.
Mr. Sandman.
I'm gonna get over 396.50 here. See if we can pop it.
All right, well, the first retest to the first target hit everybody. If you took some very risky early on plays, this is the time to chill out. Now we're looking for a push through 396.40s or a better retest of this 395.50. I keep trying to say 350 now because we kept saying that from VKK's bet. Let's see if NVIDIA can break the previous day high. Yep, watching that. I'm also kind of curious about AMD because they are a higher part of that previous day high supply.
You just broke 311.
Yeah, Apple's trying to hold over 160s, and Microsoft's making a lower high right now at that better breakout level. A little bit of a mix match there. AMD and NVIDIA both rejecting. Tesla could get going still, so could Google, so could Meta.
Netflix at 320.
Top of 322, just straight through it. Starting to reject pretty good here. Now let's see if we hold this pre-market high.
Good luck, Spicy Pepper. Home sale news. Apple having a hard time with that pre-market high. Tesla still just moving sideways after its first initial push. Microsoft not doing too much. Google pushing new high a day. Lots of indecision dynamics so far. But they are holding over a good level. 90 EMA's catching up. They just need to break over this level now. If we don't get the push here, I'd watch for a retest of this level again. I can't. What did you say, Mel? I ken the volume coming. Yeah, exactly. Dynamics is exactly how you should be looking at these levels too. Good job. And that's why you kind of see me constantly going over here checking weights, because as soon as I see Apple crack 160s and push, Microsoft maybe push 278s, or maybe the semis start to take us up first again like we saw the past couple days. Amazon pushes 100.65. Tesla continues pushing higher. Checking this, seeing that these things are continuing to move higher, gives me that confidence of like, oh, yo, SPY's about to break this level before it even happens. So that's why it's really good to kind of get yourself awareness of where you are on your SPY chart, and then start to check through your weights and say, all right, when is the strength picking up, and when should I get into my position, or when should I get into what I want to get into? Or even just for knowledge. It's not even always have to be for taking a trade. It's just good to know what's moving what. Some days you're going to have banks carrying you. Some days you're going to have a combination of different sectors carrying you. Some days tech is going to be the only green sector. You know?
Google coming up.
It's going to be different every day. Username and Burok posting tons of charts too, and charts by members and trade floor.
The video rejecting pretty good, coming back down to the pre-market high. Lining up with the 9 on the 10 minutes to see if we can crack that, come down towards the midpoint.
Q's holding above 311 on good volume on the 10 minute.
Starlink is now available in Haiti. That's pretty cool.
He's going everywhere. Apple back at that pre-market high. Tesla trying to get it going again, bringing Amazon towards pre-market high. Google making a new high, helping out Meta. Netflix still holding up. JPM.
Meta.
Good.
No, Meta got that new high. You were just saying.
Yeah, JPM's coming up, trying to push his previous intraday high, helping Berk be off the bottom. So financials starting to pick up a little bit. XOM coming back up. See if we can get it going now. We're 396.50. Got pop over.
Google at 106. Let's go.
Yeah, Google's been pretty strong.
Yeah, they put in that work yesterday too, before the meeting.
Pump it up. Pump it up.
The pop's 397 with good volume. We should be able to just go see 397 for 50. 40 to 50 area.
Good job if anybody went from the retest I had talked about earlier.
Amazon getting closer towards that pre-market high as Tesla's making a new high. Apple getting over 160. Microsoft slowly creeping up still. Nvidia's not helping out, just chilling at that pre-market high, testing the 9 on the 10 minute. think this soundtrack I've been listening to, just like the same 5 minutes, just played over and over and over again.
I'm going to dubstep now.
I just changed mine too.
As soon as you said that, I was like, I'm getting out of this slow playlist.
Yeah, it just feels like, man, I feel like I was like knowing the beats that were gonna come next before they even happened. Oh my god, dude. All right. Amazon getting closer to that pre-market high. Microsoft still slowly creeping up. Nvidia's still not helping out. Banks slowed down a little bit. Good stuff from Mel and Spy.
This song goes hard.
Hard.
Once we get our first real slowdown, I will draw a fib. We have not gotten that yet, though. Called the retest. 19 minutes after open. This might be your short-term retest as they try to pop up and hold above 395.50. You now have the hold of that. That candle turned green, actually. 2 dojis after. A nice hammer that touched that first target, and we had a continuation since and sellers couldn't take opportunity from that hammer. They failed to break 9 EMA. Now they're at 397.30. This is exactly where Mel wanted it at 397. It's great job, Mel.
Just took profit on a scalp from QQQ. That's it at 312. Easy money.
Hi, B. Can you show us what format or steps you would take on TD to complete a fake option trade? I have TD and don't like having the chart to go to the trade tab. Is there a better way? Wait, I gotta reread that.
A fake option trade.
You could go to trade and detach it and move it to a different screen, or you can even like minimize it if you want. You could even go to your trade, pin it to your screen. You could add it to your active trader. There's a few things you can do to get around having it on the same, like having to click over and do it all.
What I like to do is you take that icon that gives you the second screen, the ones with the rectangles. You can put as many as you want, and I put the active trader in the second screen.
That's actually what I have for this right here. I have it just like this. Is this how you have it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Similar.
Contract here. You have your buy. I even set up my hotkeys.
Yeah, I got it like that.
But yeah, that's probably the best way to do it. I've had it like that since username's video. For
Same.
that for that screen.
Microsoft getting closer towards that pre-market high. Apple's still pushing above. Amazon rejected off of it.
Then Trader Maker, the only way you're going to do that is exactly how Sherman said it. I'll link you a video that we both used to get it set up. It's actually by one of my friends, so it's not like I'm linking you some random dude's video. Damn, he's only 2 subscribers away from 300 subs now. Here it is. Setting up Active Trader. Username here.
Got about a minute 10 on this last 10-minute candle here.
I have it set up to where I can hit Control Z to buy the bid, and then I have Control X to sell the ask for my hotkeys. But you can access your I would not do this until you practice more, but if you want to set up your hotkeys, go to Setup, Application Settings, Hotkeys. You can change it all there. If you download Thinkorswim, they have a simulated mode at login. Oh, like the fake... Oh, maybe that's what he meant. You can just go to On Demand if you want to practice paper trading or fake trading. The Leland is the way. Facts, the lead test is the way. Which I actually want to link everybody... I haven't been doing this because I'm trying to keep the scalp series to just my members. But I do want to link this video because this is like... This is the trade you should go for every day. And if you don't get it, you shouldn't trade. Legit, if you're trying to take like some of the most passive trades ever, stick to these. These 2 video links I'm sending right now. One of those is to a recorded trade of Leland going over 3 different charts, 3 different variations of the setup. And the second link is a video of me actually trading the setup. So you get all kinds of perspective on that. But the lead test... Remember that, the lead test, L-E-E-T-E-S-T. It's the greatest trading entry I think I've ever stumbled upon. And it's already similar to how we trade. It's just another step. But that is by far probably the coolest, most confident you'll ever feel while in a trade is in that entry, because you understand the mechanics of everything that's around you. You understand the different variations of what can happen in front of you, what can happen to your position, what can happen to the chart while you're in your position, while you're not in your position. And everything just makes sense. It connects, it clicks. So I would take time to review the lead test. If you really are serious about trading and you really have been working your ass off, I would review the lead test. The lead test is very passive. You feel confident. It's very good risk reward. It's very high probability. Does it work 100% of the time? Fuck no, nothing does. But it does work a lot of the time. So I would review that, especially when done correctly. So don't misconstrue that either. No problem, Wilson. Braden, I just linked it above you. There's 2 links to it. But yes, it is also in the premium section for you when you go to your member section. It's in the live trade series, and we have a couple different trades. Pretty much out of the last 20 trades, I'd say my last 7 or 8 trades have all been a break of the 10-minute EMA using Devon's strategy to get a good entry on smaller time frames, or the lead test. Those are the only 2 I've really been taking trades on. Both of which have video examples in that trade log. We've gone over all of them in stream live too. But that shit is beautiful, and it feels so good. And it makes you feel like you're in more control, because at open, do you ever get that feeling where you're like, damn, I have to get a trade in today. I have to get one in. I have to get one in. I have to get one in. Like, you just feel like you have to trade. There's just some weird urging feeling. That feeling slowly goes away the more you take these more passive probability trades, because you're giving yourself a sense of confidence of like, all right, I know what to expect out of this trade. I know what variations of this can happen. You've planned it out. You've traded a few times. The playlist is lit. Very happy to hear, Michael.
Slowing down a little bit here, but nothing too much. Apple's still holding up pretty well, so does Netflix. Google. Amazon's slowing down the most, having a hard time around that 100 area.
Oops. I've been watching a lot of Leland's videos since I joined 3 weeks ago. It's been a huge help for me, increasing my win rates. Still about 50-50, but increasing each day, it seems. Dude, yeah, the lead test will help you a ton. The more you go over it, the better it's going to get. Don't give up. Leland turned into such a good trader that it literally blew my mind. It made me rethink, like, damn, maybe I should start viewing the trades how he sees them, which, again, he's already kind of using my strategy, but he added a little bit more spice to it, so that's why I like it a little bit more. It's an 80% entry, but it's a more passive 80% entry, and that's why I call it the lead test, because it does have another effect to it. But I would take time to review those videos. Apple did really good cracking that 160. Microsoft picked back up as well. AMD made it to the top of supply. Nvidia rejected supply. Tesla moved up a hair more. The comms kept going. Like I told y'all, if tech continues, we will see the break of that 396.40s level. Apple and Microsoft and a few of them pushed higher, and now we've gotten a push into that next level. Good job, Braden. 30% on Meta. Insane percentage, man. Great work. More credit to you, man.
Single, bud. Nice single. Apple's still pushing higher over 160, slowly but surely.
There's also another thing I don't do that I feel like, and I'm not trying to like put myself higher than other groups right now, which we are, but I always see like groups like spam share their members' gains, like they called it out. Like if I see Michael Lewis or Braden make a gain and they post it in chat and they post their trade review, I'm not going to screenshot that, go to Instagram, share that, and go, guys, look at all my members are doing because I taught them this. Like I just don't do that shit. I don't have the time. I also just don't have that kind of guilty conscience of like, I need to share everything we do all the time. I just hate that shit. It feels so weird. So you're not going to see me do that. I don't take any time in the day to go get your gains and screenshot it and try to act all cool on social media. Every group does that though. Like literally every group. I don't do that. I don't see the point in, because the way you're coming off as to a newer person when you're sharing just gains of just your members like that is, oh, you're promoting just the wins. What about their losses? It's like, because you know your members lose too. So I don't like that whole like marketing approach of like, join us, all we do is make money. Like I don't want to come off as that. I want to come off as the group that only makes leaders, that only makes people who aren't looking to just profit, but are looking to be confident in the market, understanding, people who are aware. How did you know that's what my old group did? It's just everybody does it.
Microsoft getting to that previous intraday / pre-market high, Meta pushing higher, Amazon back at pre-market highs, Spot's trying to make a new high a day.
If I hit a 100x, you better promote the F out of me.
Q's ended up hitting that high a day. I want to see it get to 312.70.
I thought him that. Taught? That's why I'm here. Stay humble. What, you don't want me to promote my negative 62% intraday loss? What did you guys think about yesterday's Fed? I liked it a lot, actually. I just think we didn't get as much information as everyone was expecting, including myself. But we did learn a little bit more that this banking crisis has actually made the Fed chill the F out for a second, because they did actually think about pausing rates this past meeting. But it does kind of keep our eyes open, because they have completely shut the door on reversing cuts this year. We can maybe look for a pause sometime this year, but they really are holding true to their 6% target. So I wouldn't be surprised if we got more hike rates. I wouldn't be surprised if we got a pause towards middle or end of this year. But I do think they will stick true to their word with the no reverse cuts till at least 2024. And it'll probably be 2025 by the time you're done listening to the Fed every other week. So it's going to be a slow process. I think a lot of people aren't used to it. I think a lot of people are expecting this to be a lot faster of a process. But that's what I took away from the meeting yesterday. Let me know if you guys took something else away from that meeting, but that's pretty much the vibes I took away from it. Yeah, but the banking thing is scaring the F out of me, and their response is not what I want to see at all. Yeah, they're definitely not responding as aggressive as I would have liked either. They're kind of acting like it's just a brush off the shoulder thing when there's over 100 banks still at risk in the same exact fashion SVB was in Credit Suisse. Credit Sus. Appreciate you, Braden. And yeah, I don't have any hate towards that guy either. And I'm not targeting anybody. I'm just saying every group does that. Like, literally everybody. I'm just not going to be everybody. I want to be different. We are going to be different. We create leaders here, not sheep. But Tobias, back to what you were asking. It kind of was in line with everything I was thinking, though, because in the Sunday video, I talked about what reactions you could possibly get due to different reactions from the Fed. And it kind of played out with what I said. It just wasn't the likely scenario, is how I would put it. If all banks are illiquid due to treasury bond prices, but they save depositors, by bailing them out, they are effectively monetizing the debt, pretty much. Making things a lot more diluted, you could say. So it's even worse than quantitative easing. It's direct printing, literally. We're diluting. Very bad. It's a very bad thing. Dilution is never a good thing. Well, mostly never a good thing. Yeah, we'll see. Buy Bitcoin. Plug your crypto now. How's everyone in stream doing, though? I'm just kind of watching SPY right now to see if we slow down here. We finally got our first red candle, so I am kind of enticed to maybe grab this fib, finally. From pre-market high breakout to the high of this move. So essentially, the control point is between that level and 396.11. So if we can hold here, we should get more bounces. If we can't hold this, we get, a reversal off it or lower high and then we break it. That is going to be a very aggressive reversal. Watch for a 9 EMA break on the 10-minute. We should try to plan like a workshop day where it's just me in here talking about entries and fibs and stuff and volume. I think we should do that soon. Go over entry points, entry types. Maybe we can go over the trade log or something and show you guys how we like to go for things. Which, we do that a lot, but I don't think that's ever a time to slow down and stop talking about it. I think it's good to consistently go over the same topic so you can get it really knocked down into your head and you never have to worry about relearning it ever again. I kind of want to do a weekend, though, or I want to pick a day that is the most popular day for all of you. Like, I don't really care about the recording of it. I really want to catch, like, a lot of you live for it. I am writing later today, and tomorrow we'll share when I'm done. Good, 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 man. I'm very happy to hear that, Tobias, because I have been kind of hungry for another Substack post. AMD, Tesla, Amazon retesting 9 EMA on the 10-minute, see if they fail. Great job, Wag Trader, getting ahead of the curve and looking for who's breaking first. Good morning, Daffy. Now I have to get into a negotiation. See you all tomorrow. See you, man. Happy Ramadan to everybody that celebrates. Happy Ramadan to you, Daffy. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Hey, B, I missed yesterday if you talked about it, but would you love to talk about more contract selection? Yesterday when we talked about it, we were mainly talking in terms of SPX because a lot of the guys in here were kind of asking me, how do I choose my contracts for the SPX account? And there's just a few parameters. So money-wise, I'm just trying to aim for under 1K. When you're looking for a good same-day contract to scalp, I'm looking for a delta of at least 0.20. If I can get it towards 0.30, that's awesome. Closer to 0.30 is better, of course, but in between that range is what I like to look for the most cost-effective option-moving delta trading option. You buy a higher delta, you might be paying too much for something that might not move as effectively, cost-effectively as something between 0.20, 0.30 delta. But again, that's different for every options chain, DX Max. You can't apply that to everything. That was just for the SPX conversation we had yesterday, which I think that's what I was talking about when I was talking about contracts. I don't really care about open interest. I don't really care about volume. I don't really care about really anything. I'm just really focused on delta and price. Which a lot of the time can be a barely out of the money and at the money. Sometimes it's a few out of the money depending on how the IV is for that day. And if IV is well over 40, 50%, I'm probably not touching it for the day. Like yesterday was a great example. I forgot who it was, but somebody was saying the usual average for IV on the SPX chain is between 30 and 40%, which that has been what I've been seeing. I've been seeing 36, 37, 39% a lot of the times when I'm taking my trades. Yesterday we had over 90%, which means IV was high as hell. I just watch delta and price. That's all I watch, Braden. And then I make my decision. But that'll be different for every chain. Don't apply that to SPY. Don't apply that to Tesla. Don't apply that to Apple. That'll be different because the options chain is different. Yep, Gamma is highest at the money. Good job, Freddie. So general rule of thumb is you want to buy a strike that is close. That is a good method, but it's not going to work out every time because sometimes you might have a farther target and you end up paying too less for a contract and it doesn't move enough, and then you end up cutting it and it's just a weak move. But that is a very good method and ideology of it because that is how you should think about it, because you do get the highest gamma increase as you go from out of the money to in the money, or going into at the money to in the money. That is when you get your biggest gamma increase, which is what basically pays you your extrinsic value, your profits. Took puts off that high volume hammer candle on the 1 minute from 397.37 level. I'm starting to really like these hammer candles now. Beautiful job. I gotta see that for myself. You got in after this one, Divert? If you got in on this candle, you're a legend. You did? Oh, you're a beast. So what I like about this one a lot is it's not just because it's a hammer with volume. What else do we like about this Divert? Besides the level. What else do we like about this candlestick popping up in this exact spot? What else do we like about it? Exactly what you taught. Exactly, man. That's why I'm so hyped to see you trade it like this. What else do we like about this, though? It's got a hammer. It's against resistance. But what else do we like about this positioning here? Retest, exactly. It's not the first time we've been here. It's not the first time at all. It's the second time we've been here, right? So let's just go from our wicks to our meat, just to kind of get us a general vicinity of like where we are, right? This is kind of where we are with the meat and wick high of everything, right? This is essentially the high of day right here. retract the second time we went up to it, and then you got your signal. So now you don't just have a single hammer candle saying, hey, puts are looking good now. Now you have 1, 2, 3 signals telling you, hey, sellers could definitely take a move down to go just retest something light down here. And that's exactly what happened. Great job, Divert. Divert's been one of those few members in my YouTube section who've been constantly going through a lot of my trading scalp videos, and he's been destroying charts just like this. That is a very, very passive entry. Beautiful job, Divert. Risk is right past your breakout level of 397.30, or even the high if you want to keep it tighter. And you can aim towards the 9 EMA. You can aim towards whatever level we have closer. In this exact example, that would be 396.40s. Where did you end up selling that? Where did you end up taking your profits at? Did you take it at the 9 EMA after the first candle? Did you take it when it went lower? Where did you end up getting out of that trade at? I'm just curious. See how you did on the exit. You did beautiful on the entry. Let's see how you did on the exit.
Q's getting back above 312. Close to having the candle close over it. Let's see what happens in 30 seconds.
Right at the level that you just drew. Oh, okay. I didn't just draw that, so I was a little lost. Perfect job. Dude, you held all the way to here? So you held for 6, almost 7 minutes, maybe 5, almost 6 minutes? Dude, Divert. Round of applause to you, man. That's a hell of a trade.
Yeah, it's a nice trade.
That's essentially all I've been going for. Either that or a Lee test. That's just a good double top retest.
Netflix on the 10-minute, the 9 caught up to it and is pushing higher. See if it can pop previous intraday high and start making another push. Microsoft back at previous intraday high. Same with Apple, Amazon.
Just scalp the Qs again.
Good stuff.
All right, Sherman, you're just tearing it up today.
Yeah, it's getting to that high day again, so gotta take profits.
Oh, and guys, I didn't get to ask you because I've been talking about so many things with you guys. What did we just retest and hold? Does anybody realize what we just did? We drew the fib together. What did price just do off of something that we just drew? Yes, I'll show my fib setting here in a second. Control point, exactly. From the point of breakout above 395.50 to our first slowdown, which was like here basically. No, here. Because we had our first red candle, we hit our high, we're like, all right, we're actually slowing down for once. What did we just hold? The control point, exactly. Great answer. We held the retracement spot of the bullish breakout. Remember that. Bullish breakout, slow down, we draw our fib, highlight the in-between area. And if it holds that, we should get continuation off of it. We need to look for continuation confirmation over the high of day, of course. If they lose this, then we're looking for downside action. Good job there, everybody. And here's your fib settings, Jazz. I actually turned off the 618. I just kept on the 6.5 and the 5. Of course, the 0 and the 1, of course, to keep the outer range. And I turned off the extensions, which you can use the extensions of targets if you really want to.
Your high day on Qs. Still want to see 312.70.
I'm honestly just super proud of you guys today. Today's stream has been super informative. We've gone over so many different things already. All right, you got it, Jazz. Great, great, great. Make sure you hit save as default, too.
Video still barcoding.
Hopefully a lot of you guys have been listening, paying attention, catching up on some lessons that you guys need to work on more. Hopefully you guys have taken away something from these streams. Was the trade I posted considered the lead test? Let's check it out. I actually was just looking at it right as you said that. First time taking this type of trade after back testing it. Break of the 90 man, the 1 minute with stop loss. No, this would not be a lead test, but it's essentially an 80% entry though. Let me see. You said it was after that hump and on the hammer. After that hump and on the hammer. What time frame is that? What's the 1 minute? Okay, so you got in like right here. Let's see. We'll see what you did. If I go from fib of the breakout to the high of the move, which is way up here. Yeah, I mean, you have a very passive 80% entry there. If you go from point of breakout to the high, which you wouldn't have known that at that time, though. It's still a good 80% entry, though, because what I like about it is that you had price push above the breakout level here, hold it, make a higher low from it, make a higher low from it, and as it's holding this resistance here, you can see all those levels kind of hitting up against it, all the candles hitting up against it, and then pushing above and holding it right here. You can see this actually made a higher low from that retest. So this is a very, very passive 80% entry, which, again, Shaq, it's not a lead test, but this is damn well just as good as one to the upside. So, no, not a lead test, but literally just as good as one, probability-wise. That is a very sexy entry. Let's see where you exited. Nice. So, okay, you sold one on the pop of a high. I love that. I love that you didn't wait for a red candle to sell at least one of them, because you want to sell in a green candle as it's pushing a new high to get the most extrinsic value to that contract. I like that you gave the second one a better chance to try and make it higher. You waited for a break under the 90 EMA, and you were like, you know what? I'm out. But see, actually, you drew it right here in your picture. This is exactly what you did. Consolidation, it pushed above, it held. You actually did better than this, though. Your picture's a little wrong. This came up and held, then it came up and held again. So you actually did this. I'm going off of your picture, of course. You had that move, had some consolidation. Should have the same resistance, you know, however long. You had the breakout, you had the retest, you had a little bit of a push, you had a higher low retest, and then it pushed higher. So it actually had multiple confirmations that it was trying to hold that level. Beautiful job, Shaq. That was a beautiful trade.
Q's 313. Blasting after closing above 312.70.
Good job, though, Shaq. That was a beautiful, beautiful entry. That's exactly what an 80% entry is. Now, you're good, Sack Lunch. Don't ever apologize about not posting. We're all busy, man. Some people got work, some people got family, some people have a lot of drama to attend to. It's okay, Shaq. I'm not the greatest drawing person ever either.
Nice.
I'm not an artist. Song was going a little too hard for 9:47 a.m. Only 5 likes away from 150. Who's slacking on me? Let me get a screenshot here. I appreciate you, Wag. Me, I was fixed. At least y'all are honest. When you coming to trade for me? What the heck? Who did that for Chat GPT? 3D heart for Bueller? It looks nothing like Bueller. What the heck? Ow. That's the fourth most volume on the day. Sorry, I almost said third.
Microsoft, Meta increasing 10-minute candle volume, Amazon as well, Tesla's almost there, Apple's there, mostly increasing volume, Google.
That's third most volume on the day, SPY 5 minute.
Netflix is getting a nice new high off that 10-minute retest of the 9.
It does look like McLovin.
This is Q's third most volume on 10-minute. Strong above 313.
If you guys want, we can go over setup of TOS during that workshop class. I still don't know what day we should do that. I want to do a weekend so more people can join it, or whatever day is most popular. But we can also go over TOS setup and shit like that if you want, Fred Eggs. I have had a pretty good fair amount of questions on that, which there are a lot of videos on YouTube, but TOS has had a lot of updates since then, and all those videos are like 2-3 years old, so some buttons have actually been moved from those videos. Like Active Trader. Active Trader's gotten a massive amount of updates, and it actually does look different than day one. So a lot of Active Trader videos are out of date. We can go over that as well. That's actually why I link Username's video, because he probably has the most updated setting up Active Trader on TOS video on YouTube right now. Everybody else's video is like 2-3 years old. His shit's from like this year or end of last year.
Holding up here at the new high, this new 10-minute candle so far. Still pushing new high over 398.
AMD at previous day high. Good call out WAG. At the top of that supply now. See if they can push past it. They've done a really good job testing it. Getting a second test here, which is good for sellers, but see if buyers have a chance here first, considering they have worked themselves up here. Nvidia has yet to push through that. They've gone up into it a couple times, but they have yet to push through the supply of previous day high. Amazon got that new high, which is a good sign. We need to see if they can hold, which can help Tesla move further. Google, Meta, Netflix kicking ass today as they're the strongest sector of the day, tied with tech. Yeah, it's a nice buy the dip, little curl up move right now.
JPM still trying to hold pre-market high area.
Coin finally broke above 65s.
UNH and Nvidia overall haven't had too much movement, just their initial moves.
Back to 40-30 magnet. Let's see if it rejects. Yep, mid-morning reversal is pretty much what we're seeing. Roku flying with Netflix. Good eye, Jack. Didn't even think about checking Roku. Could also check Disney. Microsoft trying to hold 280. Good call out, Jack again. SPY approaching previous day high. We're a little off that. Previous day high is at 402.50. Unless you meant previous day open. We are pretty much just under that. All good, Divert. No need to apologize. Sometimes I do that too. I'll just look at a chart. I'm like, oh, that's previous day high. And then I open, I'm like, wait. No, we're not. We're not even close. That was a different day I'm thinking of. Interesting, the NASDAQ looks like in breakout mode compared to February, and the S&P is still sitting so low on the chart. You got to remember, though, Freddie, the NASDAQ and SPY are different. SPY is a conglomerate of multiple sectors. Your tech sector is going to be all tech. So what can you draw from that, then? This song is scaring the hell out of me.
Making all your nightmares come true.
I don't understand. I'm again, I'm not attacking anybody, but if you guys are in the Discord, open your freaking eyes. I'm sorry to tell you. I have people in here saying, can you please go over the SPY price action today? It's like, guys, we've been in here live covering it, and I've been posting updates on the Discord, and so have many of my members who are basically calling it out perfectly. So again, I'm not trying to be a dick, but open your damn eyes. That's all I'm trying to get at. You know, and I see this a lot in some of you. I don't see this in a majority of you, but a lot, I keep wanting to say a lot of you, a good amount of you will love SPY whenever you do good, but then you hate it when you do bad. Why is that? That's your emotions. There's no hate that you need to be putting on SPY. You can sit here and say you don't like the price action, but I haven't seen any ugly price action over the course of many weeks now. You can say it's very slow, but I'm not going to sit here and accept you guys saying that SPY's price action is shit just because you don't know how to read it or because you had a bad day. So take that bias out of your head if you are one of those people. Trust me, you'll live longer. But guys, today, all we've done today, regardless of pre-market price action, is we broke pre-market high. Let's start from the first 10 minutes. First 5 minutes we pushed up, right? Just a little bit. We held 50% of that candle. We held above the 50% in golden pocket of that candle. You can do that by grabbing the fib of open to close. I can see that without grabbing it. We're in between the control point and the golden pocket. Look at that. Control point, golden pocket. Bam, right? So first 10 minutes, all we have is a bull and a reset holding a bull level. So we have a bull pullback, right? What does the next candle show us? We broke the level, and we had rising volume over the previous candle, and it's after the first 10 minutes. So this candle, bullish breakout. Doesn't matter if there's not a lot of room above it. Stop thinking about that. Right? So what's next? We get an indecisive candle, we get an indecisive candle, we get an indecisive candle. So we have 3 indecisive candles in a row. What do we have after? Inverted hammer against resistance. That's a bearish candle. Now, from this bearish candle, what variations of price action do we have? Who could tell me? We do one of 3 things. You can never take range trading out of the equation. But directional wise, what are the 2 things you can look out for? You're looking either for a retest of this 395.50 level, which you've already done once. Posted that in the stream and in the Discord saying this could be your single candle short-term retest, which I know a lot of you guys don't like. So if you see it pop up and you're not wanting to take the risk on it, sit cash. You don't have to take trades on every single candle that pops up, right? So we have indecision after the bullish breakout. Rejection of a good level that needs to be surpassed for us to reach higher levels. If not, then we'll reject this and come all the way back down to 395.50. And if that breaks, it's not looking good and we'll have to retest today's open. That variation didn't come through. We also didn't range trade. What ended up happening? Over the course of the next 2 candles, we get rising buyer volume, take over 396.40. And actually, the next candle did all that, but it didn't have amazing volume. You wouldn't have had confident confirmation until this candle, right? What do you get now? Consolidation. And since we got our first real red candle and our first big wicks that continuously rejected again, what could you draw right here to give yourself that potential retracement percentage that will continue giving you that confirmation that price does want to try and move higher? If you go from the point of the breakout to the point of that slowdown, let's just go to that level. You can see we ended up, yeah, we had a lot of wicks to the up and the downside. It kept range trading, but what was price doing? It was getting its footing, right? So what did it do over the course of this candle? It had lowering volume, held a good support. So what should you be right now knowing that you had a bullish breakout level? Don't erase what happened here just because you're over here now. You're in bull mode. Bulls have stepped in. Right? You've now held support. What happened after that? You got rising volume over the next 10 minutes. They broke the next level. It passed that level. So when you guys come to me and tell me that price action is shit, I'm lost because all I see is price moving up, holding a good retracement, and price moving up again. That's a rally-based rally. That is a beyond normal and very common occurrence in the market.
And I think this goes back to Josh mentions it all the time that we're in a news-based market, and just because we had a crazy sell-off yesterday doesn't mean that sell-off was the one that set the trend and that we're just going to keep going down today. So I think a lot of people, like you said, just have too much bias coming in today, and oh yeah, we're just gonna retest and sell off. And if that's all you're looking for, you miss the easy uptrend.
So I just wanted to get that out of the way, because I do see a few of you guys complaining or saying I was caught up in a rut. It's not even complaining. Some of it's just like, I just want to understand where I'm going wrong, and that's okay. But guys, price action has been very beautiful to us lately. It is not, you could say it's been a little bit stressful, a little bit slow. I'll agree to that. But the price action has been very clear. So when you guys come to me with that, I am a little confused. I teach the same thing every day too. When we get a breakout, what do? When we get a breakout, let's say we get a breakout above this area here. We get a breakout. We go up to here. We get our first red candle. We start to slow down. We make a lower high. Right? What do I instantly always go do when I see a breakout over an open range breakout level without getting a really good retest? What am I looking for? Well, if this was the breakout level and this is where I slowed down, I'm gonna draw that fib. I'm gonna highlight between the halfway point and the golden pocket, and I want to see where does price want to try and hold. If I can even draw that rectangle. And if I ever see it just continue on, then awesome. Whatever. You know, I don't have to worry about this, right? Price just kept going. That's a variation. Sometimes it'll leave the train station without you. Let's say it continues that lower high and does make that pullback. Awesome. Now we can look for a retest of this. There was a lead test play in this as well. If you go from here to here, and you see it holding that area there, that is the lead test. This is exactly what we like to look for. You get a reversal from there, you're looking for the retest of that bullish retracement, right? That's what we're looking for. Again, I'm not doing this to attack anybody. I just really don't want any of you to put yourself in a bad place mentally and get yourself in this consistent routine of like complaining and grouching and saying, oh, SPY's doing this, doing that, just because you've seen a few people say it, which they probably have no idea what the hell they're talking about. So don't get that in your head. Never put yourself in a place mentally where you're being toxic to the market just because you're in a bad mood or because you lost a player, you didn't get to take opportunity on a certain move. Don't do that to yourself. You're just putting yourself in a worse position, a way worse position. Your next trade after that little attitude is going to be a huge loss.
Hughes hit 313.74 target. No move.
Facts, Wilson. It really is amazing to have that opportunity. It's a gym lesson. Think you need to clip this. You can clip at the top right of the screen, but it only collects 60 seconds. If there's ever like a portion of a stream you need me to have in a video or you just have to have it, just message me, tell me the duration, I'll go back and I'll cut it up and I'll make sure you have just that part that's longer than 60 seconds. Just reach out. Your voice for trading is like God speaking through the burning bush. I will never compare myself to God. That's pretty funny though. I wish I had someone telling me this 7 to 8 years ago. What Bueller is saying is gold and true. Appreciate you guys.
Come on, give me 314.
$3.99 smacking on spot. Pretty impressive here. Meta needs to pop this yesterday high, and that could be a nice little move. Apple just slowly chugging up towards its yesterday high. Microsoft's closer. And Burke Beach has been moving up ever since Josh mentioned it.
There we go. 314 on Qs.
Nice.
Yeah, price action has been too clean in my opinion today. Break, hold, retest, break above. I mean, with strong volume too.
This song's got a vibe. Tesla looks like it held the fib retrace on the 5-minute lag in a bit on the continuation compared to SPY. Thinking the 200 psych level is an issue. It is definitely an issue, TJS. Great analysis. I'm new to this stuff so I can get... I knew you were kidding as soon as I started reading that. Thank you, Wilson. $10 donation, man. You know you didn't have to do that, man. I appreciate you to the max. Thank you again, man.
Wilson.
Oh. Wait, is Wilson requesting a song?
Oh.
Are you requesting the Dreaming song? No? Okay, I didn't think so. Why would you do that? I didn't want to hear it. Bro, Dreaming is a vibe. We just have to save that playlist forever because that one song is a banger. Jorge Mighty188 from Discord is gonna go back and tell me what times that was all at because I wasn't paying attention. And after the stream ends, I'll go back and I'll cut up that part you wanted, and then I will upload it. I don't know if I'll make it public or not, but I'll definitely upload it to where all of you have the link. 'Cause I really don't care about being public and getting new fans or new supporters or new members or any of that. Just trying to focus on the people who are here. Everybody, 2 hands up. Oh man, the days you are one and done, it gets so tempting to trade. I think I'm going to walk away from the screen. More than happy with gains. Good luck rest of the day, guys. Good luck, Deep. And that is a very awesome way of walking away from being greedy or over trading or making more mistakes. That is a beautiful way of just getting out of the way. That's a great method, Deep. Something I like to do if I ever catch a big gain or something and it's still a lot of time in the day is go work out. Go work out, man. Go waste some time. Go clear your head. Go sweat a little bit. Working out is probably the greatest way to get reset for trading again. I'm not even talking about lifting heavy weights either. Just go on a jog. Go do something. Go get that blood flowing. No, I have not taken an SPX trade today yet. I'm honestly kind of waiting for the second half of the day, Misi. A lot of my bigger trades have been taken in that time period lately. I haven't really been trading in the morning that much recently. And to be honest with you, it's been very calming. I get to focus on you guys in the morning. I can still handle everything I need to get done. Yeah, the next target's 400.60. Of course it is, right? This stupid level's never going to let us stop looking at it. That literally blew my mind yesterday. When we went up and held... Like, I honestly just thought, like, alright, we'll wake up to it at least, and then we'll maybe pass it in that candle. It didn't even pass in that candle, though. Didn't do it again, didn't do it again, didn't do it again. Kept doing it, kept doing it, kept doing it. Finally closed over it. Rejected the very next level, came back down, closed under that level. So you can see how important that 400.60 is. It even faked out after the Yellen meeting came out, which she was like here, I think. But 400.60 is definitely a level to fight. That is definitely a very tough boss level. Cool, I took a paper trade for a nice little gain. Don't know the exact percentage, but just been watching the 5-minute and 1-minute on SPX. Nice. What was your entry and exit, Misi? And how have you been finding yourself using the 1 and 5-minute combined? Have you been entering on the 1, using the 5 to help you confirm? Have you been entering on the 5, catching quicker signals on the 1? What have you been doing? B, you've been calm as F. A lot of teaching for folks. Love it. Thank you, DX Mac. Appreciate you. Honestly, it's only up from here when you have a community like you guys around me. 6 cents off. Same thing, Jack. Looking good. I wouldn't doubt if it's like the most traded ever in all of SPY's history. Actually, if you want to test that. I can look where the most volume is. I won't be able to tell you. Look, I have Morente volume there. Where am I going? Volume profile.
Was it during COVID?
No, it was way before COVID. It was near the year 2000.
Oh.
But I need to limit the
bubble.
years. Yeah, .com. Before COVID is where the most volume is too. All that consolidation we had in 2015, 2016. The good days. This song is going kind of hard.
Makes you want to do some jumping jacks.
Honestly, some of those songs freak me out. Like sensory overload. Yeah, using the 5 minute for directional bigger pick view, entering on the 1 minute. Love it, Misi. That's exactly how I've been trying to approach things. Or 10 to 5 minute. Let me check the timestamp on the trade. Awesome. SPY ready to fall yet? We shall see. If you want to wait for a SPY fall, wait for a top, wait for a lower high, and wait for a break of the 9 EMA to break on the 10 minute if you want a passive reversal signal. Do you like this Amazon retest? Let's go check it out.
Q's slowing down and can't get above 313.74.
I do like Amazon's retest by itself, but I think the thing that's stopping me from that is that Tesla's already broken support, and that SPY is slowing down. So Amazon's timing is off. But I do like this retest so far. It has lowering over the first 3 candles here, coming back down. Nothing special in the previous 3, and really good volume on the igniting candle. So if you really just want to focus on it, grab the meat of that candle and highlight that halfway to golden pocket area. That's your igniting candle. So that's the candle you need to watch control of.
You know, the 10 minute, we're pretty extended from the non-moving average right now, so we could flag sideways for a couple candles here, let it catch up and still, you know, potentially push higher. So that's why Josh said you wait for that kind of passive confirmation to really know that bears are getting in control.
Because, yeah, on the 5 minute, like Devin was just saying, in the time of them coming down, making that lower high, consolidating like Devin just said, and that amount of time and that amount of movement, on the 10 minute, the 9 EMA will have been caught up by now, and then you can start to look for that more passive break below it, is why we say it like that. For a really good example on this live, go to the end, like 40 minutes of yesterday's stream. I went over the 1, 5, and 10 minute all at the same time, right after all the speeches were happening. It was actually during Yellen speaking, but we didn't care about her, so we just turned her off. Cannot wait till she's gone. How a woman with no knowledge of anything ever gets into a position of such raw power amazes me. She has less knowledge than a newborn child on the world economy.
I think I saw something where she said that there was going to be no financial crisis in our lifetime or something.
And then within the same week says the market's fucked. She doesn't care about anybody. I don't even know if she cares about herself, to be honest, the way she acts.
Oh, that's my bad. She said that back in 2017. Great. So much for that.
Somebody just said I can't join streams, though. How am I supposed to learn? Well, they're publicly uploaded after I'm done streaming, so maybe go back and review them, or continue to be lazy. It's up to you. What you do doesn't affect me. Yellen has the voice of an angel. Hey, Satan was an angel at one point. Her hair is amazing. I will give you that. Anybody who sings that song Dreaming? Anybody know who sings that song Dreaming? I'll link you. I'll just link you, boss. Here's the song link to Dreaming, if you're curious. No, the best quote... Wait. The best quote from Yellen was a few months ago. I really don't understand inflation. Dude, that was the greatest quote from her. You are correct. Alan wins. Yellen Dreaming. And play them at 1.5 or 2x speed. It helps if you're in a hurry and rewatching the streams. Very nice. Could call out Misi. Her voice is like nails on a chalkboard. Ah, I hated just reading that.
Wasn't she the one that proposed taxing unrealized gains or something like that?
Yeah, she was like, it was her. It was like her and half of the board. Shit, they were all like, let's start taxing unrealized gains and loss. It was her and Elizabeth Warren. No. I think that was just Elizabeth Warren, actually. Let's take that back. I don't think that was Yellen. I think that was Elizabeth Warren.
Mm.
But someone did say that, and that was probably the most idiotic thing I've ever heard in ever. Like, so you're going to sit there and tax Warren Buffett then? On unrealized gains?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It's not even...
Nobody would invest.
At that point, it's not even cost effective to start trading or investing. That would never work out.
Yeah, it'd be terrible to pay a bunch of gains on something like Tesla, then for it to retest, and then, all right, now I'm down.
And you got taxed.
Right, and I paid taxes on it.
Yeah, Mike, I don't remember who it was, but it was either Yellen or Warren or both. But it was one of them. My bad, Misi, I'm looking now. Oh, my bad, you weren't calling out, you were telling me your trade. SPX coming back under CP. A previous day, I had a current day watching for lead test. Or wait. Oh, my bad, I see it now. I'm reading the wrong one. Entered at 10:10 on the curl up, TP'd on the break of previous day open, left a runner to see how it would do, and exited at 10:46 on break and push lower high of day. I'm just gonna look on the SPY chart. So you said entered at 10:10 on the curl up. It'd be 9:10 my time. TP'd on the break of previous day open. All right, let me circle this. Previous day open. Wow, you held that for a minute. She sold way up here. So she took it after it broke above 2. Held through the re-break of that level. Saw the slowdown. Oh, you meant push over high of day. So you meant this candle pushing. Okay. I was going to say, damn. Still, though, that's still a really, really good trade, though, Misi. So kind of in relation to how whoever that was earlier, they were entering around this same area, too. Y'all waited for a really good spot. And I'm honestly very happy with you, Misi, because if you're going to enter the first candle above a good level like this, you need to also have the patience to not close it if it doesn't go under a certain level. So if you're going to enter here, which... Now I can say, oh, that's early because I've seen all these candles. At that time, though, you don't know that. In real time, you're sitting there going, all right, it's finally breaking above. Good, I'm getting in. So if you are going to enter the first break of something, you need to have the patience to hold with a decent stop loss, which it looks like you did because there was about 30 cents of room under. Price never once closed under the 90 MA either, so you didn't even have to worry about that. And then it pushed that new high. So that was a really good hold. This is kind of what I mean. A lot of people are always like, well, how come... this 40% entry didn't work? It's like they don't always work. That's why it's important to have a stop underneath. If this didn't work out for you and it broke under the 90 MA in this little blue area here, you would be out of that trade. Good job there, Misi. Bitcoin pumping, good call out. I think I've already asked Caroline if she's related to Jerome Powell, and I don't think they said yes. I think they said no. You mean to tell me a 40% entry doesn't work about 40% of the time? It actually is worse than that. It only works 40% of the time. And that's not even why I labeled it that. I labeled the 40% entry based on levels of confidence. 80%, of course, being the higher level of confidence because it has the retest, it has that passive base build, it has that potential move up. That has better risk than taking the first break of something. But you can't teach the 80% entry without teaching people the 40% entry because you don't get the 80 without the 40. You don't get that retest without the open range breakout. Hello, I'm sure some distant Welsh relative. Yeah, Caroline, if you ever see your uncle Jerome, tell him I said hi. I wish. That'd be cool if somebody here was related to Jerome. Had him on for a one-on-one. I would ask him really good questions, unlike all the panels you see him on. I'd be like, yo, man, what's your favorite color? One of my favorite strats is the 60% entry. The failed 40%. Exactly, the second try at a 40%. The not first break, but the second break.
Q's back at 313.
Well, yeah, Macy, I'm just calling it a 40% entry because it's not the first break. I mean, you did have a break here. You had a test of it, but we didn't really get a true close over till this candle with good volume. That had rising volume too, so that's why I called it that. But it looks like it slowly turned into a really good hold over that level there, though. All right, so we're getting a pull down, like I said, under the 5-minute 9 EMA. I would watch for a dip under this, which you can always trade the 9-minute on the 5-minute, or the 9 EMA on the 5-minute as well, but I always like to wait for the more passive one. So I'd wait to see where this sells off to. Then I want you to grab a fib from the high to where it sells off to. We'll say it goes here. And then I want you on the 5-minute to focus on the golden pocket and the control point. So whenever that pops up, everybody, I want you to draw that fib on your own. I'll also draw it, but I want to see a lot of you do it on your own. So now if you draw a fib, do you go from 396.40 or the breakout candle 397.07 to high of day? I would go from the 397.30 to the high of day because you had your open range breakout and it did slow down till here. It's essentially the exact same fib as drawing from here to here. It's the exact same thing. You go from open range breakout to the high and then the slowdown happens. Now you know that's your high. To answer Gorov's question. What's up, Billy Bill? But does everybody understand fibs on the way up? We all understand that, right? Sounds pretty simple. Too sleepy, do it for me. I got you, Mel. But does everyone understand that? That one's pretty simple. All you're doing is taking open range breakouts and you're seeing how much of that move does it pull back. That's all you're doing when you do those fibs going up. Does anybody not understand? Please speak up. Do not be that person who's asking me again tomorrow. By the way, Gorov, that was a great question. Because some people would be faked out by, oh, but there's a level here. It's like, yeah, but all it did was pass it. It didn't just now break above it. They've had an open range breakout, so you go from the open range breakout. Yeah, let me relink those videos. I have them up here still, I think. Please tell me they're here. Yes, they are. I don't have to go back. Alright, there's the lead test video. Here's the live trade video I did using the lead test. You don't have to be a paying subscriber. I've been going all over this all morning. This isn't something I'm hiding. This has nothing to do with being a paying subscriber or not. Alright, so Elliot, Rachel, pay attention. I'm only going to go over it one more time before we move on. So for fibs to the upside, let me remove this. For fibs to the upside, when we see an open range breakout, so today, our level for breakout before open, again, erase all these candles off your screen. You don't see them yet. What happened here? We broke above the pre-market high. So this is our first breakout, right? Well, understand that? Where was our first slowdown where a red candle appeared? Rachel and Ellie, y'all still with me? All right, good. So we go from this rally here. We got a couple indecisive candles, but didn't break anything. Got a good rejection, still not a red candle. Got a good push, got a good push, got a good push. Finally, a red candle, right? So we get our high and our first real slowdown, which I was kind of cheating and just going up to that next level because it was kind of like the same exact thing just about. And then what do? I go back, and if you edit properties, you can see these are my settings for it. Feel free to screenshot, use it. All I'm using is the Fibonacci retracement tool. And I'm pretty anal about this because I like to use my levels as well. So I'll go from my level to 65%, but all you're looking for is the 50 to 65% area. Highlight that.
Not to cut you off, Josh, but to look back at that 10-minute chart as we're pushing off the 9 on the 10-minute, just retesting that and pushing right off of it, giving us...
Yeah, right now everybody needs to be looking at the halfway point of this area here because we just broke lower. If this can't stay above, like Devin said, go to the 10-minute and look for the 9 EMA to break. So if this holds above, go to the 10-minute. No, you're good, Devin. If it's for updates on the market, I don't care.
Yeah, it's just, that's good. Just, we talked about it, watch it play out, see if we get that high or low, or is it going to pop new high a day?
Elliot, 396.70? Why are you asking that? 396.70. From 396.40, or I'm sorry, from 395.50 to the slowdown at almost 397.30. I don't even have 396.70 on my chart for the first red candle. Yep, this one. Yep. But I'm going to the high of the move. I'm not going to the high of that red candle. I'm going to the high of the move before that red candle. Does that make sense? No, it is a little bit delayed. We're like 10, 15 seconds sometimes. We're on ultra low latency, though, so some people are like instant, some people are a little slower. Okay, you got it both. Good. You and Rachel both got it. All right. So we're past that now, right? We're removing that fib. All we've done so far is use an open range breakout. We went to the high, and we saw work at it retrace you. So, in a sense, as long as price holds over this area, you should be bullish. If you see a break of this area, this is a good sign that sellers are essentially trying to get in. They're trying to bring price down. They're trying to slow price down. They're trying to slow this chart down. They're showing that they're tired. Does that make sense? And that's how you tell between reversal and retracement. Let's go to the next one. But you both get that, right? I'm just going slow. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Real quick, let me add the fib from here. Whoops. Rejecting 50% of that previous candle so far. That could be a very good... Hold up. See what I said though, guys? Remember what I just covered a few minutes ago with the lower high? I said we'd probably pull back down. If we get a pop, awesome, it doesn't matter. But during all of this retrace pop action and the amount of time that's taking on the 10-minute, that's where you're going to see the 9 EMA slowly start to catch up, and you've slowly seen that happen just now. So what you're looking for now for a potential high of day, we don't know that it is either a retest to show another faked out double top, a retest to show that they have a lower high where they will finish lower, and then you look for your break of your 10-minute EMA for a better trade entry. All right, but Rachel and Elliot, we're all on the same page. All right, good. Y'all got it. All right, let's go to the next one then. All right, so what was our next open range breakout after this? So since this is where we drew our fib, this is where we need to be focused on, right? We need to see a new high made from there, and we did. We got a breakout above it 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes later. So go from that level. Where did we have our next red candle? Bam, right here. So where did we have our high before that red candle? Right here, right? That's essentially telling us this is where price has reached. This is where price needs to hold to retrace, right? So let's do the same thing I did here. I combine that level. Let's do the same thing here since we have a level there. Combine it. Price is attempting to try and hold this area. If they can get a good bounce off of this, they can get a retest of today's high. They can even maybe make a new high of day. If they can't, this is where you're looking to get that lower high or double top signal. I'll show you how to do the lead test fib here in a second if we even get it. But essentially, for the lead test, I want to see a break of the 10-minute 9 EMA so I can grab from the high to the low of that first move. And if we retrace and we can't get over this area, I know I'm adding a lot of fibs and rectangles on you now, but if we can't get past this area, this is where you look for those lead test plays. That is essentially where you get those early lead test entries, those very passive retests. You and Devin are amazing. The 10-minute 9 EMA trick is pure gold. Definitely take your time to trade with it too, because your first couple of trades, it might be a little bumpy sack lunch, but the more you use it and the more you visualize with it, the more you realize, like, wow, this is what I need to be looking for more and more. And you'll start to limit yourself to the better part of that trade, to the better part of that confirmation.
And, you know, to add on to it, it's still a lagging indicator. And 9 out of 10 of these situations, there's price action signaling to you that, you know, that is the setup, whether it be a double top, a hammer, spinner, whatever it may be. You know, a lot of times there's price action signaling that. Then the 10 minutes just confirming it for you.
And that's also why I said you guys should definitely go check out the last like 30, 40 minutes of yesterday's stream, because that was a live example of seeing the 1, the 5, and the 10-minute all kind of coincide with each other slowly over time as they start to kind of confirm each other and show you really the full picture of it. You really got to thoroughly see price slowly reverse on the 1, 5, and 10-minute. And that was just really awesome to see. But again, guys, these are just passive ways to look for trades. There's always more aggressive, there's always more passive, but limit yourself to entries you are well practiced with.
So far on the 10-minute, we got a minute 10 left, and we're getting pretty good buyer volume coming in off the 9. So it looks like it's trying to at least hold and retest 399.
I'd really like to see them just try to hold 398.40 because that's a very, very good level for them. I could definitely continue this bull run here.
Qs are holding that golden pocket area above 313. You can see it go back to 1374 and then see if there's any continuation above that.
No problem, Rachel. No problem, Elliot. I'm glad I was patient and went back with y'all on it. Because, again, I want to make sure everybody gets it. These fibs are very basic. They're very easy to do. It's just all about the variations of price that you see. And that's what throws people off, is price doesn't always go and move and look the exact same way every single time it does something. Every time it breaks out, you don't always get that single candle retracement, single candle reset before the continuation higher. Sometimes it's over the course of 10 candles, sometimes over the course of 20 candles. You don't always get that single candle. So these are good, consistent, stable rules you can use over and over and over and over and over. And another thing about it is that it goes with our levels. It doesn't really take away from anything you're learning from me. Drawing your levels, using price action, none of that is really messed with by drawing these fibs or highlighting these certain areas for price to try and hold. If anything, you're using this method to combine with what you already know to give you higher probability signals. Got like a little inverse head and shoulder there, though, on the 1 minute. Y'all know me, I hate patterns like that, but still, it does definitely look like one. Clear as day. Seems like they're having a trouble since they made this high here. Made that high here, rejected, rejected. That could be your lead test entry right there. Got a high, potentially making a lower high. Be sure to drop a like on the stream, guys. I have talked a pretty crazy amount today. Definitely would appreciate the likes on the stream today. I would also be sure to go check out a lot of the recent uploads, some of my more recent uploads, I should say. There's a lot of videos on here, the breakdown, the consolidation. This is exactly how you trade the lead test. If you want more breakdown on this with a more recent video, this video was uploaded 6 days ago on my channel. Check this out. It was a one-on-one he did with somebody where he was just kind of going over a couple things, and he ended up going a little over 12 minutes. So I would 300% review that video. Fair value gaps, outside bars, how to chart. We have tons of videos on that. I would 300% check out my playlist as well. We have... I almost said liked videos. We have the live stream playlist, the build the base, buy the dip strategy playlist. You have swing trading videos, workshop videos, how to chart, day trading. There's so many playlists on this channel. So make sure you are going through the content. Don't lack. If you need to know what you need to look at, just ask. Or even better yet, search. It's really easy. Full port and lead test coming up. Most likely will not short ES above VWAP. You're a great teacher, Bueller. Thanks for all your help and clear explanations. Thank you, Noah. I appreciate that. And I'm not really looking to be a teacher. I'm just looking to share strategies we know work. Strategies we have tested. Strategies we haven't just paper traded, that we've actually traded. You guys were here for this exact trade opportunity yesterday when we took it into stream yesterday. Yeah, liking this a lot. And look at that. For a scalper, you're already able to take away a very nice percentage. For some of you that have been following my SPX analysis, that was already a beautiful opportunity right there. You might think, yeah, but it's only produced 2 red candles. Those 2 red candles are a ton of extra premium for you. So what have we done? We've proved the lead test is working, but what have we not proved yet? New lows. So you need to see a break of 397.85 to see new lows made towards 397.30s from recent price action. Again, not low of day, I'm talking about recent lows. Made it perfectly to that 100% retracement. Bam. That right there is the lead test. You should already be taking full profits or most profits with runners moving down. You can move your stop lower. And we got to go over that live. How many minutes was that? 1, 2, 3.
There you go, Mies.
We just went over the lead test live with everybody on stream. But did that make sense, guys? Fredags, maybe you haven't been listening. That second link was literally a live trading video of taking the exact same trade. How to enter and exit trades efficiently.
Lots of practice.
Lots of practice? Are you talking about using Active Trader? Or, I mean, that was a very vague way of asking that. 20% of the lead tests. Good job, Misi. What's up, Pike? How you doing? Oh, you were saying there's no need to point to the X video if there is one. But is there a video on how to enter and exit trades efficiently? Maybe ask that a little differently. I don't exactly know what you mean. Like, efficiently, like you want to be quick in and out of taking trades with Active Trader? You want to be able to do that quickly, or what? What I'm going over right now is just to show people a passive trade style. Burok actually it's pretty crazy. Burok is going over this in the trade floor at the same time as me, so even if you weren't on the live stream, you're catching a bunch of good info. Sorry, I meant using TOS quick in and out using Active Trader. I actually just showed the video. Maybe you stepped away for a second. I think I actually linked it too. I'll relink it. This is the video I used to set up my Active Trader. I haven't been using Active Trader though. Sometimes I enter and exit on my computer. Sometimes I'm in and out with my phone while watching my computer. Sometimes you can use Active Trader. It really is personal preference. But the Active Trader is the most efficient way, but you need to practice a little bit. You can't just jump into it and instantly be like, oh, this is going to work out for me. No, you're going to have trades go against you. You're going to have to learn how to get out quicker. Let me share you that video, though. But yes, there is definitely a way. My bad, man. I thought you were like asking me, can you show us like a live trade of that? It's like, what the hell are you talking about? Like I just did. Okay, cool. There's a few different ways though, man. Find your style, find your personal preference, and work on it for a while. I like to buy the bid. I like to sell the ask because I like to get out. I like to know I'm going to be able to get out of my position. All right, now that we've done all of this mumbo jumbo, let's go to the 10-minute real quick. And all we've gotten is a test of the 9 EMA. That's all we've gotten on the 10-minute. 5-minute, you had a break and a reset. They're slowly trying to hold the low of that move to maybe keep them here. That's why you're watching the 10-minute to give yourself that more passive confirmation below. On the 1-minute, all we did was go over the exact trade you could have taken for a lead test for quick scalps. There's still a lot more that could happen here. They could still lose this support. They could come up, reject this area again, give you another trade opportunity. There's a lot more that could go on here. I really wanted to take a trade on that, but I honestly was just more fueled to make sure you guys understood what the hell I was talking about. I just want to make sure we're all taking these trades. I don't want people taking random entries, random exits. Gonna head off for lunch. Thanks for the stream as always. See you later, Divert. You don't understand what? What is it that you don't understand?
Life.
Damn, Taylor killing it again.
Yeah, he's...
What is port? When did people stop using their dictionary? Well, like portfolio? Or what do you mean? I think abbreviations are okay, Bill.
I think port in this context means what's your pool of money, you know? How much are you putting up?
When did people stop using their dictionary? Dude, people never use their dictionary. They never started. I thought that was a funny message. Oh, portion. Full portfolio, full portion.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a degen term people use to be funny. I mean, I hope people don't actually mean full port.
All in.
Didn't Jay-Z study the dictionary instead of going to college? Either him or Eminem. I'm old. I try and keep up. Hey, it's no problem, Bill. If you ask me, I will give you the answer. I don't know if you could trust all these other people, though. Like King Kobina, I don't know if I could trust him, man. He might give you a wrong answer. I'm just messing with you, King. Alright, but how many of you fully understood the lead test from that breakdown? If you say yes, you're a liar. I want all of you to go through that lead test video, through that latest video on my channel. I want you to go through those repetitively. Go through those a few times. Feel free to tune into the Discord where tons of examples of this are shared. Alright, I'm erasing everything then.
Qs do have a nice doji / hammer after testing the 90 MA on the 10-minute with high volume. I would like to see it push up to 313.74, but it could also just make a lower high here and just range trade in this area for a little bit after this nice push up we've had today.
Definitely. And yeah, 100% Pike. You said, to be honest, I got to review it and backtest it more to get practice. That's why I was saying if you say yes, you're a liar, because everybody needs to practice and review that more. You're not going to be able to just look at that one example I just shown you and bam, you got it. No, you're going to definitely need to review it over and over and over and over and over. But that is a great first step in the right direction for all of you. Sherman, I'm in this other account now, and it hasn't ever been traded with. And the only thing on the search bar is SPX.
That's it?
Yeah.
Freaking legend.
I just clicked the search button, and it just straight up says SPX, and that's it. There are no other indicators on it. It's not my fault, I swear.
Yeah, I just tried for a call on QQQ off of that high volume hammer, but you know what? It just doesn't feel right at the moment. I got out of break even.
Honestly, after that first dip, and now that we've had this buy reaction, they actually have taken some good ground. We could see some more upside before a complete reversal again.
Yeah, it's just I already had a few trades that have worked out. I don't know if I want to risk it all just for one more play, you know?
Essentially, yes, Evis. Bro, I've watched Leland's video, no joke, like 6 times. Only now it's starting to click, but still got work to do. 100%, Jack. Take some time. So for the current Apple price, for example, where would you get your first point for the retracement? Because depending on which I choose, it either retraces to the 50 or 38. I don't even have the 38 on, so I wouldn't be able to help you with that one. But let's see. So for like the breakup, like for here, for Apple, this was their pre-market breakout, right? It's already giving me the wrong level. Let's go from here. Oh my god, it's still doing it. Hold up. Just grab from this stupid level here. And then first high, red candle, bam, right there. We went up, made our high, slowed down. So as of that moment, that was the high. And as long as they held between here, they should continue up. It looks like they did end up doing that. You had lowering volume over the 10 minutes of that. They bounced off of it. 15 minutes, you got rising buyer volume. They took out the next level and that high. Your next fib is from this high to... Honestly, you could just go here since we've already seen it. But you'd probably go from here because that was where it kind of slowed down at for real. Then you'd watch this area. Oh, I'm on the 5 minute. I was like, what's going on here? Yes, Genesis, you got it. That's exactly how it works. Pike, was that what you were going for, or what were you... Did I skip over it? Song's going hard. Oh yeah, I was getting the whole move from the AM, but I got it now. Awesome, Pike, great. I'm glad to see a lot of you guys are catching up, picking up on something maybe not new, but further concreting your knowledge of something you've already known of. Even if it wasn't clean, they did defend that support. Lowering volume so far in this pop-up. I'm kind of paying attention to the 5-minute supply high of day, which if you know what that is, it's from your high of day to the open of your last green candle. So there's a very big resistance on high of day. Now this is very, very short-term information because you just got this information. So it's not the strongest of information, but it is a very heavy area of supply where it is known to be where sellers are at. So that is why I'm kind of leaving it up in the air like that. Rejecting with another lower high. You might get another flush here.
Pretty hard rejection on the Qs. Getting back down to 313 even.
I don't know what's in me today, man. These lessons have been amazing today. Even I'm like, damn.
Yeah, a lot of information today.
Again, guys, I don't expect any of you to get this your first time looking at this. Like, this took me at least a week of just looking at the same exact setup over and over and over. And then it took me another week just to look at SPX chain to kind of get used to it. Then I had enough confidence to finally get into it. I didn't just jump into it as soon as I learned it the first time. Give yourself a little bit of time. Look where they closed, dude. Perfectly at the bottom of our little blue rectangle there. Getting some buyers now. So we were right on that flush. We were correct about that flush. Every time you make a lower high after already testing something, it gives you more confidence. We hit that high there. We made a lower high here. They flushed. We made a high here. We made a lower high here. They flushed. Flush meaning price moving down on a rapid pace. 21% scalp on that pullback. Beautiful job, Brady. Explaining things so much that you understand it. But I really do now. It really does feel a lot better in my head now. I'm not going to lie, because it's not like this is new. Like, you should already understand retest. You should already understand open range moves. You should understand the basics of fibs by now. But then seeing the kind of internals, like this lead test, like, that's a whole nother level. I would say this is like level 2 of looking into price action, because now you're breaking it down and looking inside. You're not just looking for out, retest up, out, retest down. You're looking for the insides. So it's a lot more internal. Yes, took my quick scalp on SPY, 24%, still have a runner. Great job, Jack. Move your stop up as well. Don't let that shit go break even. Now it's in channel need to break down out of it. The working mechanics of the facts, dude. And all we've gotten, and another thing too, like this will start popping up to you. This is a really good example here, but this will start popping up into your head more. So like this broke down, right? So then as long as we're under the 50% of that candle, you should continue down. So on and so on, right? So let's do this one then. 50% down. They went up, they wicked halfway in golden pocket, they're down again. Can they break the support? We don't know yet. So they're kind of stuck in between here until a decision is made. It's all short-term confirmation, and you can do this every step of the way.
I do like doing that for, say, I know we're not supposed to trade in the first 10 minutes generally, but if you are scalping, that's something I really like to do on the opening candle, seeing if it holds the 50% point. If we get like a nice move up or down.
That would have worked really well today on the 5-minute. Because this candle held the halfway point and golden pocket perfectly after the first 5-minute candle. But yeah, like you said, risky because it's open of market, but still, very nice information.
Yeah, I remember seeing that from Devin's Netflix live trade video. And I think it was that. Or no, it was the pre-market midpoint, but there was another trade that I saw, and I was like, oh, that works really well.
So back me up here, guys, on Discord. If you guys have enjoyed some of the lessons, or you have been here for some of today's information, please go into Trade Floor and let people know what we've covered and what they need to go back and review. Because there are tons of people who are at work, or are busy with their families, busy with drama of life, of course, and they just don't know. So make sure to go remind everybody else that today was a very, very good lesson day. I mean, every day is, but today was really full of it. So I would recommend and inspire people to go review today's stream. But let's do one more breakdown of today's price action, and I think I'm going to end the stream here. I just realized it's past 11. Having so much fun, didn't even realize how much time was flying by. But today we had a really good break. I mean, I've already covered this a few times, but today we had a really good break of the pre-market high, a really good continuation into 397.30s where we made our first slowdown. We held 50% of that move and continued higher. Since then, we've just kind of made a new high up at almost 400, and now we're just kind of basing to potentially break lower and maybe get back into the middle part of this range. If we end up holding, we could definitely see a new high towards 400, and we still have the famous 400.60 above us. You got to the bigger time frame, you got to the daily. You can see yesterday was a very scary day, but I would only recommend today as a buyer relief day, because all we did yesterday was get a lot of good news, so we know what to expect moving forward. Good in that aspect, not good as in bullish. But we moved down, filled the gap. Today we opened higher. So I just see today as a relief bounce so far. You sell off too much, you can't just keep selling off. Sometimes you're going to get that buyer relief move, and then we'll either get a continuation down going into Friday, which can help us kind of lead into a potential trend break. If you see, we do have kind of a sharp trend line forming there. We could potentially watch for that to break going into early next week or even tomorrow. If we end up holding that and we can push a new high, or just holding it and then later on push this high over about 400, really 400, 401.50, if we can get past these areas, we could definitely see this recent high that we just made from the last time that we took a nice dip down. So we'll see if we can get back up to there to the T or not, but so far this just looks like a bearish retest to me, a bullish relief bounce, as in we have sellers in control, but they don't want to keep shorting it too much just yet, so we get that little bit of relief bounce before a continuation down. Now, does that continuation down happen after the course of 1 day? We don't know. Does it happen after the course of 3, 5, 7, 10 days? We don't know. We have to pay attention to that. I'm not going to sit here and tell y'all when things are going to happen, because I don't know. Nobody does. But we at least can plan for both sides. 3-on-3 on scalps today and got premium and discourse all day. Kicking ass, Brady. Love to see it, man. I'm very happy for you. Continuation up Friday seems to be the base case. 100% it could be. We could definitely see a push up. That's again why I'm covering both sides, because I mean both sides have a really good story ahead of them. But I'll see you guys later on. Thank you again for being here. I would keep your eyes on the 10-minute 9 EMA if you are looking for that breakdown to finally happen. We have had lowering volume since then, so keep your eyes for a potential bounce still. But overall, I hope you guys took a lot of the lessons away from today. I hope a lot of you guys tell other people about it. Get other people into these streams, get other people into some of these lessons. I don't really care about the money. It's really just getting everybody on the same page. I think it'd be awesome to see a lot of you guys trading lead test, trading more passively, trading less. You know, it's not always about trading more to be better. It's sometimes trading less makes you better. So I'll see you guys later on. Thank you guys again. Feel free to tune into the Discord to catch more updates, more commentary, and more messages from the community. Tons of people in there. We'll see you guys later on. And yeah, thank you again.